I'm Eamon.
I'm Merlin.
And we're a gay.
And his NB.
Are you a reality television connoisseur?
Do you like it discussed from an LGBTQ lens?
If so, A Gay and His NB is the podcast for you.
Hear us break down all your favorite guilty pleasure reality shows from Bravo, Drag Race, and just about everything in between.
Listen to A Gay and His NB on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you listen to podcasts. I'm Eamon.
I'm Merlin.
And we're a gay.
And his NB.
Are you a reality television connoisseur?
Do you like it discussed from an LGBTQ lens?
If so, A Gay and His NB is the podcast for you.
Hear us break down all your favorite guilty pleasure reality shows from Bravo, Drag Race, and just about everything in between.
Listen to A Gay and His NB on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you listen to podcasts. I'm Eamon.
I'm Merlin.
And we're a gay.
And his NB.
Are you a reality television connoisseur?
Do you like it discussed from an LGBTQ lens?
If so, A Gay and His NB is the podcast for you.
Hear us break down all your favorite guilty pleasure reality shows from Bravo, Drag Race, and just about everything in between.
Listen to A Gay and His NB on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you listen to podcasts.
The Wrestling Mayhem Show. Since 2006, the pioneer in pro wrestling podcasting.
This show is brought to you by IndieWrestling.us and IndieWrestling.network for your independent wrestling entertainment. Slice on Broadway, supporting Pittsburgh podcasting with the perfect pepperoni pizza.
Just wait, just wait, just wait, just wait, just wait. Wait for the perfect time, then attack. Don't give up what you want, take it back. Wait for the perfect time, then attack. Do what you have to do, make it last. Wait for the perfect time, then attack. Don't run, boy, this crew change the back. Wait for the perfect time, then attack. Wait for the perfect time.
It is the Wrestling Mayhem Show, 981 Tuesdays. We've been talking about professionalized wrestling. I'm Mike Sorg at Sorgatron on the social medias and Sorgatron Media Studios in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. And Dave Potter is here.
Hey,
Yes.
glad to be on, Thor. Glad to be on.
We traded you up. We traded you from the Awesome Cast, as we were saying, for a draft.
You called the reliever.
Yes.
There was issues with the starting lineup. You called the bullpen for the reliever.
Right. So we school and elections. Listen, a lot of the Mayhemers like to work the poll, and it's a busy night for them. It's a busy poll night for them.
And sometimes even on election night, they like to work the poll.
Yeah, all of it's covered. No polls left behind at the Wrestling Mayhem Show. I'm going to leave that there. But we're also calling up the pin. We're calling up the reserves from the Farm League. Intern Tony's here.
What's up?
There you go. We finally have room on the couch.
I know.
You can hang out here. I know Mac's been getting all of the love with the homework assignments and everything. So, but we got you here. You're ready to rock.
Yep.
I a lot of stuff is happening all over the wrestling world. Well, I guess I was like, I don't know if there's not a lot to talk about. We had Saturday night's main events, and probably the biggest, most important one, I think, for things that have happened since Saturday night's main event, I think, came back. All title matches. One was a vacated title, so Vacate has once again lost the championship. But CM Punk, new champion, the old guy, keeping the youngins down, obviously. And then Jade Cargill came up with the win as well. There was a discussion, I can't remember if it was on air. I think it was on air about maybe Tiffany Stratton was maybe not doing as well in reaction to the fans or something like that. And going to Jade, and Jade is like, hey, I think Jade's like kind of gotten there. I think Jade's a worthwhile spot there, in that position. How are you guys feeling, Tony? How are you feeling about like was it time for Tiffany to go?
I think it was due to booking is the reason why she wasn't. I mean, she had like 3 opponents in her how many month range she had of Nia Jax and Jade Cargill and I think Charlotte, yeah. It was a little light over there on SmackDown as far as competition. Yeah, right? I mean, when you face the same opponents all the time, the fans are going to get bored of it.
Yeah.
But I mean, I don't know if she should have got squashed like that. I guess to make Jade a bigger heel and make her all strong and powerful, like squash Tiff. But I don't know if I liked her getting squashed in that moment. But I mean, I think it was time for her. I think Jade is one of the best women's wrestlers on that roster, so I think it was time.
And she's relatively, I want to say, like, she's a few years in at this point. But she was really new when she was in AEW, and it showed sometimes. But I think she's really come along. I mean, she kind of has the best trainers right now. Yeah. So, I mean, I would hope she would be going through the PC like that. What about you, Dave?
Yeah, I mean, I think part of the problem is that right now, Tiffany should be a heel.
Yeah, but she was getting loved so much, so they kind of went with it, right?
Yeah, she had the initial. Remember, she was a heel, then she turned on Nia to get the belt. And there was the whole someone who's new, someone we haven't. It's not the same 4 people we've seen in the last 10 years. It was someone new, someone different, lots of energy. But then it's like she's a Barbie, and in general, current wrestling audiences, not past but current, are generally not like, oh, look at the blonde bombshell and we love her so much. They like more, Rhea is a popular wrestler right now for a reason.
There's more substance to her, for one thing, and she's very different.
Well, that too.
So, but it was I feel like it was the fans that brought Tiffany up with the reaction in the first place.
Oh yeah.
Was it just that was the new shiny?
I think it was partially the new shiny. It was something that no one really looked like her. We had a break from Vince's tall blonde, women.
And she was good. And she was very good.
But the difference is she is very good. But also she's also very young. And then you also have the off wrestling rumors. Of course, where the breakup with Ludwig Kaiser.
I don't even know any of this. I know nothing about any of this, by the way. So, like, this is all
honestly,
news to me.
I know. And honestly, I don't even look it up. It just occasionally, like on Facebook, which I'm on for friends and family, but not much more. But they have the little, shocking news and type of thing.
The dirt sheet BS stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. Now, I don't know how you could equate this because they showed El Grande Americano.
It was obviously Chad Gable. What are they doing?
Yeah, well, it could. We think it's obviously it's neither. Obviously, it is El Grande Americano, who looks like El Grande is now currently dating a WWE Spanish person. One of their announcers.
Why'd you say it like that?
A young lady there. Well, I don't know.
Wait, who is it?
Mexican or Spanish? Or where she is from per se.
We got all right. We got to send Dave the sensitivity training now, guys. That got weird. No. We'll take care of you. Don't worry, Dave. We'll take care of you. We'll bring you. No, I'm sorry.
Let's put it this way. Hold on Yahoo's page.
Oh no! Because if anything,
WWE star
with
Triple
respect
Threat-
to my friends who used to work for Yahoo Sports, the passion of news coverage, which is Yahoo, is where I go for my hard hitting stories these days.
True.
Or any time in the
but-
last 2 decades.
But the difference is, it isn't just a wrestling site reporting on it.
Yeah, but
You know,
man,
it's the fact that it's a general celebrity. Yeah, apparently WWE talent Andrea Bazarte, Bazarte, is the person he was seen with holding hands.
oh my god.
But, you know,
T-Pop is
the
weighing
rumor
in.
is-
Podner, I want to save you here, but T-Pop is weighing
Please,
in
thank
here.
you.
And if I get this graphic to work here, there we go. Let's try this again. T-Pop, there you go. I feel like there needs to be a shakeup of the women's division. Tiffany Stratton could really benefit from moving to Raw because and the rest got broken off. But because she she's pretty much faced everyone's. But also, who's exciting on SmackDown? Like Zelina, but Zelina's now paired with Alistair, so I think she's more of a second than it'd be cool if they like Alistair seconded her to matches and she was badass.
Yeah.
By the way, just as Zelina now. Like Cher or Madonna. The latest victim of name dropping, so that you forget that she.
It's been a while.
It has been a while since we've had one of those. But creepy people can't have 2 names. So apparently, Scarlett, Zelina. Nikki Cross, I guess, is the 2 names. I don't know what is she called in the Wyatt family? What is she? Is she the Sister Abigail?
Is
that
Sister Abigail?
Yeah. Okay.
Sister Abigail, yeah.
Andrea Bazarte?
Her Nikki Cross and that.
Andrea Bazarte, Dave. T-Pop's going to help you out here. She does like backstage interviews online with AAA. Well, he has been spending a lot of time allegedly in Mexico, so you never know.
But yeah, I mean, honestly, Tiffy's run, like I said, and I agree that she didn't have the greatest opponents on SmackDown.
No.
And WWE really had a bunch of curveballs thrown at them with, Naomi becoming pregnant. Very happy for her.
But that was on Raw, I'm
was
not
on
seeing
Raw,
this.
But that also included Jade.
Sure. Yeah.
Because Jade was part of that, and then Bianca having the broken finger at WrestleMania. That's still broken.
Really? It's been wait, really?
It was a really bad broken finger, and I've heard her say that it's not in pain, but she really can bend it.
Okay.
It's just the way that it healed. And she said, I could try wrestling with it, but it would break immediately if I tried to grasp something with it. So
fascinating.
That's why we haven't seen her on TV. Yeah, it's like I don't know if she's going to have surgery, or it's one of those things that it's like, it's a major, even though it's a finger, it's if you can't bend your finger, you also, you don't really want to put, if Bianca was like someone closer to Nia Jax, you could put her in a cast, and have her just like club people with it, or
we can't Randy Orton in this case, right? So, well, hey, you know what? She's got a broken finger, and that means she can't go to patreon.com/Wrestling Mayhem Show and support the show like the fine Mayhemers do out there that are making this happen from week to week, helping pay the podcast bills so we can keep bringing in this show and proving to us that it's worth coming in to make sure you guys have your dose of mayhem every week. So thank you everybody that does support the show over there. Patreon.com/Wrestling Mayhem Show, the fan show level. Bo Diggity! Woo! Oh, that feels so good, guys. Team Hammer Fist, Tupac family, Bubba Brewer, Jason French, Poppy Club level is the Prof Pod partner, Rats in a Trench Coat, Tony Kincaid, T-Pop, True Prince of Pros, already been helping us out in the chat room, and at the Pizza Club level, The Riz, and Justin Cleaver at the manager level, Bradley. Thank you so much for supporting the show over there at patreon.com. And I'm going to say multiple times, a shout out to our friends at the Pittsburgh Community Food Bank. A lot of things are going on here, and obviously we've had a tremendously successful first night of the food drive over at 880 Wrestling. So if you're watching the show, can't donate any food in person there on Thursday nights, foodbank.org. Wait, is that right? Is it just foodbank.org? That can't be right. Hold on, where's that at again? Where's that at again? I think I shortened that. How about... It's too small on my screen to read. PittsburghFoodBank.org, I think, is the site. So I should memorize that by now.
It is PittsburghFoodBank.org, and it's Pittsburgh spelled out.
Yes. So if you want to support,
it's not PGH.
And even support them, or if you have a food bank in your community, please find a way to donate to them, especially in these tough times here. We're not even into the holiday yet, and it's already obviously a lot of stuff going on, a lot of people in need. So please do that and help out your friends. As Mr. Rogers says, if you can't find the helpers around you, be the helper. So go check that out and support our friends over there. Got to drop that food off. 880 Wrestling did 307 pounds.
Wow.
Of food donated on Thursday night. It was incredible. And the girls there at the food bank were so happy to see it. So we're going to continue that through the holidays, through the end of the year. We're going to continue collections every Thursday night, and presumably at our Penn Brewery shows here, including Thanksgiving Eve. So, if you are coming down there, or maybe it's a reason for you to come down, is to do some donations, and we'll be taking that down to the food bank for them to distribute. So, and definitely, it's really, really cool to be a part of that community and helping that out there. And my God, I was absolutely blown away when I saw that pile of food on the end of the night. So, and I had to figure out how to load it into the truck with my equipment. I was not ready for that. I was really not. Tony, you were there helping out with that, right? So
there was.
It was just like, what do we do?
There's way too much. That's good that there was a lot of food, but
I'm so glad my packing has gotten so much later.
Oh yeah.
So, that was incredible. So thank you so much, everybody, doing that as well. So. And community mutual aid efforts, says Tina in the chat room as well. So, any of that kind of situation, like there's a lot going on there. And I know we're really focused on food, but there are other needs as well as people are, hey, there's a lot of people not getting checks over the last month that work for the government, for instance. So, and I don't even know where to start with that situation for help and things like that. So, and Tina, maybe you know more if there's any group specifically. So, all right, but we are here to take your mind off of all the BS happening in the world and talk about professional wrestling. The news you can use for your sanity. The news you can use for your sanity. Yes. So there's Tiffany's friend. So we do have, like I said, new women's champion. We're talking about CM Punk is a champion again. First time since coming back to the WWE. I love he is the only person to uphold the old version of the World Championship and the newer version of the World Championship. Yep. So I think it'll be interesting. It'll be fun. Obviously, he's going to be heading into a feud with the Vision and everything like that. I'm sure that's going to be what we're going to get going into Survivor Series coming up here. So I don't know. Any thoughts on that? Good on CM Punk failing upward out of AEW. I guess.
Can I say, as much as I like him being champion, I feel like it's a waste of him to do it when the title was vacated. It would have been so much more worth it to see him beat Seth Rollins.
But we don't have a window,
I know. It sucks that it didn't work out like that.
Yeah.
The other option was Jey Uso, and I don't know how I would have felt of him being champion again. But, it's cool to see him champion. Yeah. It also stinks that you have such a stacked Raw roster, and then the first person that interrupts him is, of course, Logan Paul. Everyone's favorite wrestler. It just makes sense.
It was kind of a fun thing because there was a statement that was said, I think Toddy said it when they were setting up for the show, like in the last couple of weeks. They were talking about like something that was happening. They were talking through like kind of the story, and they said something about good guys like other good guys, bad guys don't like other bad guys is an interesting dichotomy. You know what I mean? Because
Yeah.
I always felt like, especially back in the, back in my day, back when it was the $1 Million Mans and everything like that, and the Bobby Heenans, like they would like, oh yeah, of course we're going to team up together at Survivor Series because we all don't like Hulk Hogan.
Yeah,
You
right,
know, or
exactly.
something like that. So, which is wild that we all joined them. Like the Thanos was right and the Magneto was right. Like there's the Bobby Heenan was right should be a T-shirt if it's not. Heenan was right about Hulkamania this entire time. It turns out. So but anyways, awesome.
But,
Thank you,
I'll
Tina.
say this: the one. Let me ask you: when you saw Logan Paul come out, did he look more jacked than normal?
I don't know. I'm half watching it while I was trying to get work done, to be honest, because I was so stacked.
It just maybe I noticed it, but it's like it's like he's lost more body fat.
Mm-hmm. He's probably working on it. We haven't seen him for a couple months.
A lot more defined.
Yeah, he hasn't popped up since SummerSlam. So, yeah.
And the fact that they teased him. Oh,
Oh, he's a box. Potter's in the low bandwidth box, guys. You gotta put that tree away. It's killing your connection. Anyway, sorry, you were saying about Logan Paul.
When they teased him for almost all the show as joining Punk against Division, and the only thing I saw online was, "Oh God, no! No one wants."
That's the
him
proper.
To be
Yeah.
That's the proper response.
Yeah.
I love even
You
like
don't want
CM
him to
Punk
be
was
a
like,
face.
no,
What are they
no,
doing?
not this one. No, not this guy. But hey, he's got great go away heat, so you gotta give him that.
Oh no, he does.
Yeah.
And especially when he handed the brass knucks to Paul Heyman, and they had like a little nod, like, okay, yeah. So, like you said, it's gonna. In Survivor Series, you figure it's going to be Jay, it's going to be Punk, and there I go again. And I mean, the thing is, who else are you going to put? Are you going to bring Roman back?
Yeah,
For
most
that?
likely.
Or are we just setting up for a War
Roman,
Games, maybe?
Jimmy?
So
Yeah.
I don't know. We're in that weird, icky time of the year, but we have a tournament to see who's going to face John Cena in his final match at Madison Square Garden.
Yeah.
So there's
Now,
that.
Did they? I saw they only announced the opening 2 matches. On Raw.
Which were?
They didn't announce the whole, right?
Yeah.
It was Rusev versus Sheamus. So big meaty men slapping meat. And I forget what was there. It was Damian Priest and I forget who else.
I'm not sure.
I think Rusev and Sheamus was separate. I think it's Damian Priest versus Rusev, and then Sheamus versus someone else, I believe.
Okay, could be, yeah.
Yeah, because I'm pretty sure, because then it's probably going to be Sheamus versus Rusev in the second
I'm
round.
in the research department right now. Nakamura and Sheamus is one of them.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, that was it, yeah.
And Rusev and Damian Priest. So no, and I like that it is like it's a mix of Raw versus SmackDown. Now there were allusions to people in other companies.
Yeah,
It
which-
was like, okay. Let's step back a second. Let's fantasy book for a moment. I'm presuming they're talking AAA first off, but my mind races to TNA.
Right.
Who do you want to see out of TNA prospectively as John Cena's last match? Chat room, please chime in now. So, who are you thinking? Who's out there?
Of TNA. I mean,
Obviously, Cody Deaner.
right.
Friend of the show, Cody Deaner, by the way.
I mean, I feel like Matt Cardona could be interesting.
That could be fun.
That could be kinda fun.
Was
There's
there's
story
a
there.
history. There's a
There's a
history
story
there.
there.
Yeah.
It sucks
Especially
that
with the history
Edge
and
or
the callback.
Cope or Adam is stuck in AEW, because if he was in TNA or something, it would be cool to see him as the final.
I think there's
match.
a blip in the I think there's a blip in the contract that I feel like Edge could go do it.
That would be really
You know what I
cool.
mean?
Yeah.
Like I feel like cuz in the past, I don't know if it's so much now, but in the past, like we've had AEW people in the crowd at the Hall of Fame. We don't get a lot of camera time on Mr. Rhea Ripley,
Right.
or anything like that. But still, like, it's still they're part of the community, and it's a nice thing that they're like, yeah, hey, you can come do that, and AEW doesn't get weird about
Well,
it.
if there was a time to work together, it would be in John Cena's final match of his
he'd
career.
be like, listen, respectfully,
that's the time to do it.
he is like the most prolific person in the last 20 years. Absolutely,
Right.
Like that's it's like Rock's retirement, Stone Cold's retirement, who didn't get a proper retirement.
Right.
I think neither of them really. Well, Rock technically probably isn't retired, but that kind of thing.
I don't consider Rock retired. I consider him more extreme part time, and if he really wants to, he can come back, especially since he's on the board.
We saw him twice in January. And that's it this year. And then, of course, T-Pop.
I own your soul, Cody.
T-Pop is calling up. Joe Hendry recently did a tour of live events facing off against The Miz, so I assume it's going to be one of the matches in the tournament. Okay. Ooh. And Joe Hendry's campaigning to be one of John Cena's final matches has been over the last year.
I don't hate it. That would be.
I don't hate it.
That would be fun to watch.
But that would be.
I don't want it to be an old opponent.
You want to be like a somebody he hasn't faced before.
Something new. Yeah. Someone who can get elevated.
We got AJ Francis as a mention.
Oh, that's a dream match. Yeah.
What are we?
Tina also did mention Nick Nemeth.
Nick Nemeth, Joe Hendry.
If he was in the tournament, that would be great.
Matt Cardona mentioned, of course, as we mentioned. Okay.
If he wants to face someone young to put over, it should be Carmelo Hayes. That's what I think. I think that's a person
that is
that could,
intriguing,
right? I think that's like passing the torch.
Because you get a Joe Hendry, you get a Carmelo Hayes, you get a guy Grayson Waller maybe, or something like that. Like that is a rock. Strap the rocket to them at that 100%. Point. And also, like you're doing this at Madison Square Garden on Saturday night's main event. That is the biggest audience you could have.
Right.
That's bigger audience than WrestleMania. That is a bigger audience than Monday night, than Friday night. It's on network television. That should be the largest eyeballs on anything.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hunter, are you trying to say something? Sorry.
Yeah. Yes, I am. I have to make a minor correction. It'll be in Washington, D.C.
Oh.
December 13th shows in Washington, D.C.
Okay.
And I think Saturday Night Main Event is only on Peacock.
Is it really?
I don't think it's on network anymore.
That's weird. It was at 7 p.m., which seemed peculiar.
Yeah.
When I looked, right?
Because this last one was not on NBC.
What the hell? Really?
This last one was not on NBC. It was only on Peacock.
What was NBC doing that was so important? That they couldn't put it on the NBC network.
College football.
Of course, it was college football. December 14th, 2024. President's on Peacock, and as NBC, it says that December 14th through July 12th was the last one on network for NBC, which I think was the last one before this. That is intriguing. Thank you for bringing that to my attention, because it's not like I turned on the tube. How fucking old am I? Jeez. But okay, so
don't forget to walk up. Don't forget to walk up and change the antenna so it's pointed in the right direction.
Yo, my knees hurt just thinking about it. What? Wait, so wasn't there a Madison Square Garden spot too? Is that they're doing Boston?
That might be his last Raw appearance.
Oh,
might be Madison Square Garden.
Okay, that makes sense then. Because it's one more match, 3 appearances.
I want to say yes.
Somebody, our research department, you'll get us on this. Okay, I understand why I was so confused on that now.
And T-Pop mentioned Vikingo.
Vikingo, yes.
That would be great in the tournament.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if his style would match as well with Cena, though.
Styles make matches is a phrase that I heard again recently.
Yeah.
So, and that I think it was from somebody on commentary at AEW, honestly. So.
Okay, so I just looked it up. He has 4 dates left. He has one on Raw, on November 10th, one on Raw the 17th, Survivor Series,
Yes.
the 29th, and then Saturday night's main event.
So we could slip in like a Joe Hendry or something,
Right.
on Survivor Series,
or even John Cena in a War Games match. That would be something to watch.
Also, yes, because he's not done that.
No, but I don't know if at his 40-year-old
Listen,
self can fight in a War Games match.
well,
but-
you can. I mean,
He could.
okay. Let me tell you a little secret about wrestling that I've learned. It is actually easier to do a hardcore match than a regular wrestling match. Is my understanding. Wrestlers out there, I know
Really?
you're watched. Please correct me on that, but I do believe. Why do you think Terry Funk went hardcore later in his career?
That's a good point.
Like
That's a good point.
I thought he enjoyed it, but
It's hard. He also enjoyed the
that too,
fuck
he
out
just
of it,
enjoys
and
it.
he's like a big, helped revolutionize Japanese death match for attention.
Well,
but I
also,
mean, well, so
War
listen, at like you're hitting each other with things, and maybe there's a moonsault in there rather than like trading holds and things like that. It's a little more precise, and you probably have to be in better condition to do a lot of that. That's a lot of cardio that you probably don't have at that age.
You know what though? War Games, if you're the last person out, you can cut the amount of time you're in the ring.
There's time in ring, but there's also a lot of like you can lay out and stuff like that. And obviously, Johnny Cena
That's
would
the
be the
thing,
last
yeah.
one in because he's John's fucking Cena. He's gonna come in and
And
save
like
the
you
day.
said, yeah, and when you get that big of a match, like you said, you get knocked out and you get pushed in the corner.
Listen,
and then it doesn't look as bad as like a Royal Rumble where someone's in the corner for like 40 minutes.
I want John Cena to lead the troops one last time in a War Games. I want everybody in camo paint. Like, I want it like a crazy, and I want it to be like the most bonkers team that he could come up with. I want it to be the insanity that was, I don't know, you've seen these old promos. I recommend watching old Saturday, like the Survivor Series when they had the 4-on-4 and the 5-on-5s, and it was just Ultimate Warrior with like the Hart Foundation and what Hacksaw Jim Duggan. He's wrapping them all in like caution tape or something while they're all yelling about whatever that makes no sense whatsoever. Right. Or the Bushwhackers are teaming with two guys, and like maybe Hulk Hogan or Roddy Piper or something. They're just licking each other, as they're screaming whatever about the other team, And then $1 Million Man's is just like, I bought the best team every year. He just like, I bought the best fucking team. It doesn't matter, And then the Undertaker comes out, kind of stuff like that. Like, it was just some of the most bonkers, so much fun of just throw these guys together and see what happens, because you really got like matchups you don't typically see, kind of thing happening. So like that's like, I want that vibe. I don't want like the MFTs against this faction or something. I want the most hodgepodge, holy shit teams,
like Avengers Endgame type.
Yes,
the good
like,
guys versus the bad guys.
But like West Coast Avengers, so, you know what I mean? Or even have a second one that is like the, that like, hey, let's have the New Day have like the stupidest team possible to take on. Like, they're gonna pick two guys to go with them and Grace's Waller against like, I don't know, Otis and Tozawa. And R-Truth, and like, let's just fucking go.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Like let's just give me 3 or 4 War Games matches. Let's just make that the show. At this point, we got the 2 rings. We got this cage. It's all about maximizing, and that's what TKO's about. We can't afford $60,000 a year for Ridge Holland to stay employed while he can't fucking work with his surgeries.
Right.
But you know what?
Yeah.
We're gonna maximize this and charge you $2,000 for nosebleed seats in San Diego. And given the cost of living there, that's actually not bad. When I think about it. Rant over.
And you know what? You literally could have 2 men and 2 women's War Game matches. There's enough women to have 2 War Game matches.
Sure. Throw all those girls that I can't tell apart in NXT on one team. Just let them go. You just put them in there and you shake it up. Okay.
You know what though? One thing that's a shame is Sol Ruka being injured, because when she has like the high flying and the jumping off of things, and
it's okay.
Her backflip RKO finisher would be great, but she's injured again. She's out for a year.
We still have Io Sky in trash cans.
Oh yeah,
her best friend trash can. Tina.
by the way,
Tina is pointing out, by the way, hold on, let me get to this real quick. Excuse me.
Please, go ahead.
Look up old school NWA War Games matches. You are not wrong. You are not wrong at all. This also absolutely bonkers. The homework, yeah, that should be the homework assignment from now through Survivor Series is watching 5-on-5 Survivor Series matches. These will all be an hour, by the way. So this is going to be a little bit of heavy lifting. I know, you know what? Screw it. 2 homework assignments. Tina, I want you to pick me a year. Tina gets to pick this. Pick me a year that is not the one with the Ultimate Warrior. Please don't do that to us for out of the gate. And we're gonna watch a War Games match for next week, along with the Trick or Street fight when Matt comes back. Okay, so that's gonna happen. Make it so. This is happening.
89 or 90. It can't be 89 or 90.
Why?
That was Warrior. Well, the Warrior was in those matches.
89 or 90? You be 99 or...
No, 89. Survivor Series in 89, Warrior was in. And Survivor Series 90, The Undertaker's debut, Warrior was in that too.
No, I'm talking War Games.
Oh, War Games.
No,
I
War
thought you meant
Games. No,
Survivor Series.
the opposite of...
Okay.
I got a more...
Okay.
By the way...
Because we...
Mwahaha from Tina.
Well, you know what? Tina needs to keep herself, you know, I don't want to say in shape, but in shape for Mayhem Mania when she really likes to bring the pain. This is like warm up for off season.
All right.
I'm looking at the second Survivor Series.
Hold on, no spoilers. No. When they come up, I don't just in case I don't want to spoil anything. Let's just leave it be, and we're gonna come back to it later. Because right now we're gonna give a shout out. Remind everybody to go over to indiewrestling.us. A lot of stuff happening over there. We brought back the 24/7 stream on AwesomeCast last week. We talked about how we're doing that. It's happening on that computer right there where Dave's on. Not that one, this one. So, and a lot of cool stuff. Actually, this Friday is VCW's Victory Rumble will be on the network, and we're going to be going out to West Virginia, up in the Panhandle, the holder on the pan. I don't know how that works, but we're gonna have a lot of fun there. Who knows what's gonna happen? We've seen what's happened in Rumbles recently. We've seen what's happened over the last several years. Jim LaMotta was part of a Rumble. Tony Kincaid was a part of Rumble. One of our cameramen was part of the Rumble, and then was never seen again in the profession. So you never know what's gonna happen. Tune in, find out. IndieWrestling.network. What else is happening on Friday night? You're going to watch SmackDown? Watch that the next day. Whatever. DVR it. Whatever. Watch the YouTube clips. So you can follow that along as well, or watch it after the fact over, especially on our YouTube. And we're still talking with the engineers of Vimeo to make sure the next day can come back on the network. I don't know why it's gone. They don't either. We've had some progress. It's been elevated. Let's just say that. IndieWrestling.us, a lot of good stuff. And also, I just got another show. I won't be able to get it up for a couple of days because of my own personal bandwidth. But Flow Wrestling, our friends out of Indiana, just had another show that they just passed to us that will be going up on the network. First chance I can get to it, guys. Neo Pro from the last show. And, of course, Neo Pro will be... Look for news from Neo Pro in the near future about the next show. Endgame's going to happen out in Canton, Ohio next week. So you might have some choices on Indie Wrestling Network on what to watch on Saturday, November 15th. And also just announced Crash, the former Crash Jackson, current RWA champion, and he was holding some other belt in that picture, is actually going to be a guest on Top Rope Tabletop, our Dungeons and Dragons. And if you have not yet, last Friday, we just dropped Fast and the Spookiest, hosted by Mikey Montgomery, the Enjoy Wrestling champion. It is a Fast and the Furious inspired role-playing game that they did for Halloween. Go check that out. And also shout out to our friends. I got to finally visit Drawbridge Games over in Castle Shannon, our friend Glenn Spector's store, and got to check that out. Really cool place. Again, I'm not a huge role-playing gamer, but I like looking at the models. So they got Biotech, they got like Star Wars stuff that would look really, really cool, but I'm pretty sure I'd have to paint it, and I'm not good at that. So go check that. A lot of cool geekiness if you're into that kind of stuff. And they did an Extra Life on Saturday. I think they turned in at 1 a.m. because they're like, we're too old for this shit. So I understand that. So I can't hang with my brother. I don't think my brother can barely make it through 24 hours. He looked pretty rough at the end of that. And he's like 7 years younger than me. So anyways, a lot of great stuff happening there. And again, more wrestling you can shake a stick at. We actually just posted the Lumberjack Pillow Death Match from 880 Wrestling a few months ago. Worth a watch. It's on our YouTube for indiewrestling.us. So many feathers. It was ridiculous. So definitely worth watching. I'm hoping that gets some circulation. So I'll give you the year, one match from WWF and one from okay. She just sent me some. What is the homework assignment? Let's start with this. Sting Squadron versus the Deadly Alliance. What year is this? It's just a YouTube link, so I don't know what year this is. Give me a year. Man, that's a thing. I can't tell what year this is on this one, but it is old. Barry Windham, Ricky Steele, Nikita Koloff, which I think is misspelled in this description, against the Dangerous Alliance of Steve Austin, Rick Rude, Arn Anderson, Bobby Eaton, and Larry Zbyszko in a gruesome War Games match.
I believe the year is 1992.
That's a
WCW
good year.
Wrestle War. That sounds familiar.
That sounds about right.
Yep.
Okay. Fantastic. That is our first one. We'll be looking at that next week. In other news, what else is happening in the world of wrestling? We got Blood and Guts established for both a men's and I believe the first time women's teams. Let me get those up here so we can make sure I don't mess up those lineups. Elite Wrestling.
And honestly, they've done a good job with the men setting it up. I'm hoping they do a better job with the women.
It was, I don't know where it came from. Watching as much as I did of the shows this last week. So again, first time the women are going to be in there, and that's going to be Jamie Hayter, Queen Aminata, Willow, Harley Cameron, Tony Storm, Chris Statlander. So, and we got Triangle Madness in there, Megan Bain, Marina Shafir, and Mercedes Monet. That is okay. We were talking about a women's War Games potentially coming up here. That's a pretty stacked match right there.
Oh no,
I would not mind.
I'm not saying it's going to be a bad match. It's going to be an amazing match.
A lot. You don't have a lot of large factions. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So,
and you have women in there who are completely willing to throw everything, to throw their bodies to the thing. I mean, we've seen Tony matches. We've seen Chris Statlander, Marina Shafir. And Mercedes Monet is just crazy what she's willing to do.
I think Ty Conti and oh geez, who's her usual partner? That escapes me at the moment. Like they've had tremendous bloody matches, right? So and again, it's just a chance for a lot of the other ones to say, to hang with this. I can't believe Sky Blue is in a blood and guts match. So, and of course the other team is a conglomeration, which is Orange Cassidy, Kyle O'Reilly, Mark Briscoe, Roderick Strong, and Darby Allin against the Death Riders of Moxley, Claudia, Wheeler, Garcia, and Pac. That will be fun. That will be bloody. You see when it's just Darby Allin and Moxley, can you imagine? We are on television. This is a TV 14 product, I think. We've seen what they've done in the past on television because this does kind of fly in the face of the argument of, well, on pay-per-view, they can go crazy. And then we've seen what they've done in this, and we'll see what they do. I don't know. Did they bump it up to a TVMA for the evening, perhaps?
I don't know. I don't know if they can.
I think
TBS is considered broadcast still.
No.
Isn't it?
But they're on TNT, I thought.
Okay, TNT. You're right. Yeah.
I don't know. I just hit the button on HBO Max and it just comes up.
I
don't know which channel I'm watching anymore. I don't know what's happening. AT&T finally pulled my HBO Max subscription from my cold dead hands. By the way,
they did.
Yeah. Well, they're like, I'm like, yeah, we had to fix a watch in there, and they're just like, like we have cheaper plans, and I'm like, yeah, but. How much is it going to be more than what I'm going to pay for HBO Max by itself? So they finally got me. They finally got me, guys. Anyways,
because I'm under the same thing, but we have not changed our plan.
Yeah, you might want to look into that.
And the plan no longer exists.
Yeah, no, yeah. Those are like, this exist. They didn't like. God, I'm turning to awesome guys. He's like, well, we got buy one, get one for watches. Yours are kind of a little older. We have 8s, and he's like, yeah, it's Apple Watch SEs. And he's like, I'll stop you there. We're not getting SEs. Like, it's basically the watch I have now. So no, that's not happening. That's the watch you get your mom. And I don't mean that in a bad way. It's just my mom would be tremendously happy with an SE. I do not want an SE. So, I'm a Pro Max kind of kid. Anyway, where are we at with this? Dynamite is on TBS. Okay, thank you. Okay. I was wrong. They swapped them at some point. Oh, they started on TNT. That's right.
Yeah, and I just really watch it on, I just scroll up and down. Go, oh, there it is right there.
I hit the button.
Yeah, exactly. Now, I remember because the men's championship is the TNT. The women's is the TBS.
Mm-hmm. Wait, how does that help you remember?
Well, just that,
because they're on every fucking show.
Because they were on TNT originally.
Mm-hmm.
That's why Cody's belt was the TNT belt. Mm-hmm. And for the secondary show, when they had Jade get a belt, the TBS. Because that was kind of her show that was a little separated at first, and things got moved around. Punk and things. It's wrestling. It's messy. Jeez. And the history really doesn't matter because people ignore stuff they want to ignore.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Now that is one thing, and Tina posted this, and I've seen it online after the last Saturday Night Main Event and the Halloween Havoc. Pictures of a bunch of people who were from AEW with WWE gold.
Yeah.
And people are saying, oh, Tony dropped the ball. And I'm like, no. Maybe Ricky Starks. Maybe. Mm-hmm. But I don't think he dropped the ball on Jade.
Again, I will reiterate my argument here. Some people, are incompatible with certain work environments. I will say this. I see this in indies. I think you see this across the big companies. Some people that couldn't get their footing at WWE and seem to flounder for the longest time go and become big superstars, reinvent themselves in other environments. Look at Cody Rhodes, Drew McIntyre, kind of thing, and, get big and come back. They just can't grow in a certain place. Mm-hmm. AEW, once again, I don't know if it's just personalities or whatever, but something stops people there, and it's a different structure than what you have at WWE, which WWE is now a different structure than it was. People will get opportunities now in WWE that would not have 10 years ago, period, right? I can't think of anything off the top of my head because I'm tired, but there's certainly samples of, could you see Vince letting this guy be a thing, right?
Well, I'll say this. I don't see Vince running with Jade.
Really? Because she is a fucking spectacle, man.
She's a spectacle.
Look at her. And she can perform, and there's been worse people.
I agree. But I don't know if Vince would have pushed her to become a better wrestler and just kept her as a spectacle.
Yeah.
Like how he did Nia Jax.
Well,
Nia Jax really has not gotten better for the last.
I don't think you have to worry about Vince pushing a Jade to be a better wrestler. I think you have Shawn Michaels at the PC pushing her to be a better wrestler. You
Well,
know
that's
what
what
I
I'm
mean?
saying.
It was
Yeah.
like, I know Vince says you just want to do this, but trust me, you should probably do this too. You know what I mean? Like you need to build your value, build your skill set, et cetera, et cetera. Like there's very, very smart people at the Performance Center in
Oh, no,
NXT.
100% agree. And also, when we talk Vince, we have to kind of differentiate kind of early-ish Vince, mid Vince, and late Vince. You know, because
Not dead Vince. Let's not the late Vince
late
McMahon.
Like that. I'm talking
late
pandemic
era, late stage.
pandemic. Yeah, late,
you know,
late,
we talk
late
about
stage.
late stage capitalism as a concept. Okay, not on this show, but I mean the royal we. You know,
Yes.
I hear it on the internet.
you wanna
Late
talk
stage
about,
Vince McMahon is what we're talking about.
Yeah, weird mustache Vince.
No, he wasn't no. He didn't have the mustache when he was in. We were talking Booker Vince, right? Like if we're just
No, I
talking
thought he
late
had it
stage
at the
Vince,
very end. I
we're
thought he had
in
it at the very end.
deep late stage Vince right now. Just like we're definitely towards the end. Like, and it shows, you know. I'm sorry, I'm going. I don't know what
no.
this is.
Well, no,
Get
just
me
that-
out of this hole, partner.
Okay, well, no. What we're saying
What
is
is your point?
People think when people think Vince McMahon, they think of the late 20 teens, early 2020.
Mr.
Vince
McMahon.
Yeah, versus Vince McMahon from 1984, who actually understood pop culture, who understood how to promote. He actually, because he was a hell of a lot younger, he understood what was going on.
He wasn't a billionaire that was separated from the common person at that time. Like it was, you know, it is so because you hear Linda in her current position she was a small business thing in the first administration, right? And she's like, well, I had a small business. It was a mom and pop business. It was like, well, it's not very mom and pop anymore. And actually, there's no mom or pop included in it. So, you know, kind of thing. So it's you know, a thing. Sorry, I'm distracted. Somebody's honking a horn outside my window. So go get your fucking tacos. Go, jeez. It's wild out there because the polling places are like a block, like one's a block away, one's down at the fire hole, like 2 blocks down that
close
way.
by.
Like it's wild. Parking was nuts for everybody coming in tonight. So it's a night. Okay, it's election night, and this is an off year too, technically, and everybody's going crazy on part. Good, they're voting. Fuck yeah. That's what I'm talking about. Fucking America, guys.
Fuck yeah.
Cue Hulk Hogan on a guitar.
America, fuck yeah.
Yeah, that. No, I'm thinking something more wrestling. So, God, you know, I turned on because you know WWE does the vault streams, and I flipped through just kind of like, let's see what's on, because I think I was just really blown up at the end of the night, sitting on the couch with Missy, and I was like flipping through. I think it was after Thursday Night Fights because like, look at what we did at Thursday Night Fights, as they often do to her after I come home after the show. And I flipped it through, and it was the beginning of they're doing the announcements. Michael Buffer's there. It's Halloween Havoc, and it was Ric Flair versus Hulk Hogan in the in a loser must retire match. We all know that they went on for several more championships.
What year? What year was this?
Oh, it was still red and yellow Hulk Hogan. It had been maybe 94.
30 years ago.
Sensational Sherry was at ringside. I think Mr. T was a referee, and they kept mentioning Muhammad Ali, and I was like, well, he was an enforcer in the first one, and I'm like, he's got to be just sitting in the front row, because I was like, it's 1994. Muhammad Ali did not know what was going on in 1994 that I can recall. There's no way he was involved in any great matter here. I don't even know if he was in a... He may not have been in good shape in 1984 when he did that, or 85, I guess it was.
He was better.
Oh yeah, enough that he could like stand there and do, you know,
But yeah, like I say, if you remember the night in '96 at the Olympics, where someone won a gold medal with a broken freaking neck, he was the last one to light the Olympic torch.
Oh, okay.
But he could come out, and the Parkinson's was so bad he could you could almost tell he knew what was going on, but because of the Parkinson's, he didn't really have a lot of control over his body and what he could do physically.
Oh, jeez. Yeah. Sorry, I'm
But, yeah.
catching up.
I mean-
It was just hilarious. They just like that WCW and AEW's done versions of this as well, with Mike Tyson coming in and everything. But just shamelessly just mimicking WrestleMania with everybody involved, kind of thing. It was just like so like we threw money at this, and
Yeah.
man, like WCW or like early 90s WCW was such a nostalgia farm of these are the guys I grew up with at WWF, and I was like, oh, this is where Jim Neidhart's at, this is where Hacksaw Jim Duggan is, because and I don't know, like to me at that time, whenever I had access to cable for a minute, it was like, oh, okay, I didn't know this is what's happening here, kind of thing.
But
so.
it's interesting now because that's kind of how it is with me with AEW, or earlier when AEW was bigger. Because like growing up with WWE, I would see someone that's like not in WWE. Like Justin Gabriel, for example, was in AEW, I think, and I was like, or Evan Bourne was in it, or like Neville, and I'm like, it's so weird to see these
these
people.
are the people you grew up
I
on.
grew up with.
So
and
it
they're
did
in
happen
AEW.
again.
Yeah, it happened again.
Yeah,
which is interesting.
Well, it was interesting because like also like, but if you look at that, like these guys were probably a little bit past their prime when they went into WCW.
Oh, yeah.
Though,
Yeah.
versus like Matt Sydal could like fucking go
Right,
still.
yeah,
except
he
did have a really big slip when he debuted. Remember when it came out for like Casino Battle Royal and just like toppled off fucking, like, God bless him, but
but they're still young, which is a big difference. They thrive in AEW.
And my God, you had Jericho and Moxley, which are definitely somebody you saw the decade before, right? Growing up. Man, that really is. That is a good perspective,
right? Yeah,
I don't think about.
Yep.
You know what? Though? Let me ask you something. Are the people wrestling AEW older than the WWE people went to AEW?
Oh no, probably not.
Or they're just the fact that we see 40-year-olds putting on, like, we see someone like AJ Styles who's in his late 40s doing stuff we expected from people in their 20s years ago.
Yeah, I think if you look back unscientifically, I bet if you look back and you look at those guys, they were probably the same age as everybody that popped back up in AEW. It just, man, the 80s had a lot of cocaine. Okay. So, like, I think it's that cautionary tale of they went through the 80s of wrestling, and that was not good for almost anybody, and I think
celebrity wrestling,
that's
rock,
true too.
Wall Street politics, it was not good.
Yeah, there was a lot of, and I'm trying not going to say the C word again.
There's a reason why a lot of them didn't survive.
Yeah, I'm trying to say drug references on the videos anymore because we keep getting flagged on TikTok.
Yeah.
Like we talked about the cocaine gimmick from Juggalo Championship Wrestling last week, and TikTok was not happy about it. So I had a lot of flags when I logged in my account to do the stream last week. I'm like, oh no, what did we do? So,
but no, I just looked up when you mentioned Jim Neidhart. He was born in 55. So in the early 90s, he was in his late 30s.
Yeah, and like Matt Sydal probably was around the same thing when he popped up, right? So like again, I mean Pac is, how old is Pac? He's really let himself go. He's wearing pants again.
He's 39.
He's 39. Yeah,
39 now.
My God, jeez. Hey, and those guys are having, I think, relatively good careers. Like they're, Pac is still somebody even in his state now. Like I want to see him against people. You know what I mean? Oh, yeah. Like, oh my God, I mentioned this somewhere. I think I mentioned this on the Discord. By the way, join us on the Wrestling Mayhem Show Discord. I don't know how you get there. do we have a button for it on the site? I can't remember how Discord works. But we do have a button for Discord actually. I hope it works. Maybe it still works. Yeah, it does. Yeah, you go to WrestlingMayhemShow.com and hit that Discord button. We'll let you in. They had Mascarada Dorado. I think I messed that up. They'll let me know in the chat room. Against Bandito for the ROH Championship as the main event of Collision on Saturday. Holy crap, dude! That is some good lucha, and I think they were close to the border in Texas because they were very into it, the way they were chanting and such. So, but that was incredible, and that's one of those good for the sicko matches, and I'm here for it. So I'm glad I tuned into Collision. It doesn't seem like you're like, oh, Collision's kind of the off show. God, for the off B show, Collision is more fun to watch than like half of WWE anymore. You know, it's just good matches, good matchups, fun stuff. So, anyways,
I hate to say it, it doesn't seem like WWE, and I don't know if this is because the whole weirdness that happened with Rock and Cena and Cody threw a wrench and everything, and then. But it doesn't see the stories aren't as tight as they were earlier in the year.
It's hard to catch lightning in a bottle again,
right?
And we went through the golden age of wrestling storylines of the Bloodline, and the finish the story, and then what's next? You know, we've tried to do the Vision. The Vision fell apart because of injury. We tried to do the Naomi. I'm trying to make sure I don't say the wrong thing again. Naomi's had a life change that could have, turned into something, if they kept going to the storyline. Who knows, right? There's a lot of shifting, which is something that happens with wrestling. Like, remember after MJF lost the belt and was injured and had to be out. Adam Cole got injured and was out, which obviously that would have been a better close to the storyline likely. And then we had like this mushy period, which was not bad. Samoa Joe against a bunch of people, I'll fucking take it, and everything else. But, I think everything has a rebuilding phase for something like this. We see this on indie promotions. Great, you got to this. Now what? And everybody has to figure out, like, how do we get to that next thing? And it's a creative endeavor, and there's no obvious answer usually, other than let the guys try to make something happen. Yeah. And to be clear, the stuff that WWE is making happen is not terrible. It's not mid 2015 SmackDown where I'm like, my God, why am I watching this? Or anything like that. Like it's still above average television to watch. But I do find myself. I'm sorry, Dave. You're a little lower, so I'm missing you. But I do find myself skipping more matches on Raw and SmackDown, especially if I'm low on time. I'm like, I don't need to watch Nia Jax. I just skip Nia Jax matches as a whole, unless I really want to see whoever they're up against. But typically, I don't. Yeah. So I don't know.
And I do think one thing that's hurting WWE is they're counter programming. They're not just saying we're going to put out the best matches available. Mm-hmm. They're saying things like, "Oh, AEW has a pay-per-view. We'll put an NXT show on,
right?
Or we're going to put a show somewhere else." And then all of a sudden, they have to make up storylines and matches to fit into that.
They are stunt booking.
Yeah.
Which is so funny because weren't we accusing AEW of that a couple years ago, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're stunt booking. Hey, and also they're getting like, hey, ESPN needs a new show. We're going to call it WrestlePalooza, and AJ Lee's going to come back, which is like, hey, like that was actually interesting, but you had your momentary thing, but now what? Yeah. But also you can dust off AJ Lee in a couple months when things are soft again, right?
Hopefully.
Yeah.
I mean, she came back, got injured. And
you could dust off. Hey, Roman Reigns is going to come back and do a thing for 2 months because we need, hey, this person, especially with the injuries the way they're happening right now. You've lost a lot of your luster. And like, hey, buddy, hey, come on back. Hey, we got you at Rumble. Yeah, we got you at Survivor Series. But hey, maybe do what the fuck do they do? Do Saturday WWE Free for All in the middle of December, whatever, day one-ish, whatever remember when they did that kind of thing. So. All right. Yeah. On that note, we do need to close up here. I want to give a shout out first of all to our friends feeding us, so we don't have to worry about that here on Tuesday nights. Our friends at Slice on Broadway, sliceonbroadway.com. the one up the street, right, Tony? Right, Tony? You weren't to the original.
Yes,
you,
yes.
You went to several of them, apparently. So,
Yep.
I'm still not clear. What was the other one you ended up at that night?
The one that's closest to Pitt campus, so whichever one that is.
East Liberty?
Maybe. It was really close, and then I got there, and I was like, order for Sorgatron, and they were like, what? And I was like, okay, so that's definitely not the right place. Because they were
You should have said order for Riz, and they might have known. I think
yeah.
Riz goes to the one over there.
Well, yeah,
so.
If only I knew I was at the wrong one.
Either way, you went to the original.
Right.
You saw all the plaques on the wall and everything. I don't know where they put the trophy from Las Vegas. It was just right on the counter. So maybe it's upstairs or something, or maybe somebody's serving candy out of it for Halloween. I don't know. Who knows? But thank you them for supporting us for well over a decade of the Wrestling Mayhem show. Let's find out, what did you learn from wrestling this week? Chat room, please chime in. Tony, what did you learn from wrestling this week?
I'll say what I learned from 880 Wrestling this week.
Okay.
Christian Robinson, I believe is his name. I think
this
is
kid, holy
insane.
Shit.
He is the future of wrestling.
Wow.
His match was against MV Young, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, that match was insane. He is.
Yes.
He reminds me a lot of Javon Evans. He is such a great talent.
Skater kid. He doesn't wear shoes.
Yep.
I'm in a wrestling match. I need to go indie wrestling.
Every time I see him do that backflip running off the person's chest and doing the backflip, it gets me every time. He's
God, yes.
He's such a good wrestler.
So good.
Yep.
This kid, and we've seen it a couple times. He's been on like the pre-shows, and I was like, what is up with this guy? And MV's like a bruiser kind of guy. And this kid was just bouncing off of him and stuff. It was just so crazy. He just has like these no frills. Like he's out there in black, and they're not even trunks. They're like long, like biker short kind of things or something, right? Like real crazy. He's the guy to look out for. The show last week was the Devil's Night show. If you want to check it out, over on IndieWrestling.us YouTube page for free. If you want to go see that, this is the match here. There's MV for the moment, but you're gonna see this kid, and then he's just laying on the ground, I guess. But
it was cool to watch too, because like him and MV Young are such opposites in like the way they wrestle, but their chemistry was.
There he is.
Was
there
so
he
good.
is. Yes. Yes, Christian Robinson, not spelled the way you think if you're a Pooh fan, but like he just he's just like running off of MV like he's doing a ninja wall crawl roll thing, and just everybody's just on top of him. I'm trying to get us into one of these sequences here where he really kind of takes off. But no, where he just holds and stuff. Man, what a night! What a great night!
His super kicks too. Like you hear like the crowd like gasps every time. Like it's they're good.
And a lot of people they'll do a lot of this kind of stuff, and like you can kind of tell it's a mile away. But this kid was like right on with stuff. I was really impressed with it. I think he's about to do something cool here. Or he's about to get punched in the face. There's definitely, we're learning how to shoot him, because it's kind of like the Bite Can Go problem where you don't know how he's going to move yet. So there you go. Oh, that was deep. I think we grunted on the headset when we all watched that. So, no, very cool. Check that out from 880. We have from T-Pop learned that... Boom, there it goes. Learned that Mexico loved wrestling way more than us because they had a Day of the Dead parade this weekend at AAA and had La Parka Balloon in the parade. Well, fuck Mario being in a Macy's parade. That's awesome. That's great. And then also learned, I'm going to the same one. Hold on, let me get that one. Also learned that, speaking of 880, the Fourth Line and Psychedelic Dreams are having a double title match this week on Thursday Night Fights. I forgot about that. Fourth Line brought home the Fest Wrestling. Also, that match that we were looking at was for the Fest Wrestling Championship that MV holds. The Fest Tag Team Championships were defended this past week, and they're going to have a title for title with the 880 champions, Psychedelic Dreams. So looking forward to that. That's going to be a lot of fun. Dave Ponder, what did you learn from wrestling this week?
Well, since we just had Halloween, I learned or relearned that wrestlers love Halloween. And if you look at some of the dress ups they've done, absolutely amazing.
Oh my God.
Drew and his wife as Morticia and Gomez Adams.
Oh, I missed that one.
Oh, it was so good.
The Bellas with I think it's Bree's daughter, and they went as K-pop Demon Hunters. It was very good. So
there was Chelsea Green as Snow White.
Mm-hmm.
CM Punk and AJ Lee as Destro, and help me out here.
The Baroness.
The Baroness, yes. My I just had a blank. With, of course, Larry. You had I'm just pulling up some pictures. Meechin as the person. Yeah, okay, it may be the same thing from Bob's Burgers. They even had her backstage doing the dance.
Sorry, this is one of Penta in a bathtub with a Freddy hand coming out from his crotch in the water. What the hell is happening there? Ciro Mero, my ass. So, oh man, there's some good stuff. Here's a Scarlet as a Mystique, blue Mystique,
Wow.
naked, the full Mystique from the X-Men movies, by the way. So there's some good stuff in there. Yeah.
Again, it's nice to see wrestlers actually
That's Sheamus' cousin.
have
It.
fun.
Oh
Yeah,
no.
it's tagged that way. And Zelina in various costumes. There.
And
But
then
we gotta remember that you gotta remember something that and Boogie Band came out to scare a bunch of people.
Oh, yeah,
including,
yeah. The
Chelsea.
tradition.
He got Chelsea again.
Yep.
But we gotta remember though, Sheamus is related to Beaker.
Absolutely. Absolutely. As we
Canon,
yeah,
yeah.
it's canon. Yes.
Yeah.
Oh God, what did I learn from wrestling this week? Geez, the Christian Robinson was a big thing. God, what did I learn from wrestling this week? It got heated, man. This is my commentary team's in danger most of the time. Is what I learned. So,
But I mean, they did get new outfits though, or at least new shirts.
oh, I learned why there's a third cameraman at ringside in WWE. Holy shit! We are very pleased to have multiple people involved in Thursday nights and learning and working with us. And Mike, who has been he's one of the guys. He's training actually at AAD to wrestle, but also has an interest in video. And one of those guys that I love when I'm used to being handled like trainees and they're just terrible, and I'm training them on the job while I'm doing a freaking chiller pay-per-view in some other big city. And to have, like, again, Matt that's been with us for since last year's World Series at Penn Brewery, and then Mike that just pick up the camera and just fucking know what to do right off the bat. That is incredible and out of nowhere. So we had plenty of people. So we did that. Like, if you watch WWE, there's always, like, in AEW too, there's always like that third guy that's on like the back post. And we play with the corner thing. So I was like, hey man, let's just like push it back there. And if we do anything cool, like an entrance or something, like go and follow them in from the garage door, but garage door was closed that night. Like, let's play with this. Dude, it was so much fun to be like, hey, they happen to face this way. We're getting like expressions that we don't and everything like that. I would love to have the budget to put them on every wrestling show that we have. And I will now be pulling for that, just like I need to have manned hard cams on more of the bigger shows that we don't have. So, but yeah, I'm like, okay, this is why they do this. It was great in practice. I'd love to do it again. So, and maybe we will if I write, depending on week to week what's going on there. So, very, very cool, fun stuff. I think I got the chat room. Thank you guys, everybody. Wrestling Man Show. Again, a little shorter. We got a little bit. I got kind of an early morning, and we still got to set up for another podcast tomorrow. So, and move this big purple couch. There's the other angle. There's the rest of the couch. There you go. Tony, thank you so much for hanging out with us.
Of course, glad to be here.
There you go. We got you off the chat rooms and on the couch.
Yep.
And we'll be. I need to figure out how we can get more people in a proper position for the podcast here, as I get you in every week along with Mac. So, or we'll do shifts, just like we do on the camera.
Right. Yeah.
So,
I mean, it works. Works
there
in
you
wrestling.
go. First
so.
half, second half.
Right.
Does the homework with Mac. Well,
Yeah.
we'll do that from now on. We'll be back doing our regular situation for Tuesday night. The longer show hopefully we'll have a guest lined up here. We have a lot of shows happening that we can talk to some people about. So we'll do that when I have a second to sleep and think about that. I'm on this camera up here. Partner, thank you so much. iPhoneography Podcast, and also often regular contributor, co-host on Awesome Cast, typically.
Yep.
So
nope, always glad to be in. Waiting to see what the opposite of the trade will be, since I got traded from Awesome to Mayhem this week.
There you go. We'll see what happens. We, by the way, if you're interested, we didn't talk about wrestling, but I know we talk a lot about Japan, Japanese wrestling, and the culture, and most of us want to go to the Tokyo Dome. But Brian Crawford joined us over there and talked about he recently went on a vacation to a lot of towns in Japan. So we really cool with the transit and the experiences he had and the bars he went to, things like that. Great conversation we had on Awesome Cast if you want to go check that out on this week's episode. So a lot of cool stuff there. So thank you so much. Thank you everybody. And I hope you voted. And guys, we'll see you guys next time. Mayhem out.
Just wait, just wait, just wait, just wait. Wait for the perfect time, then attack. Don't give up what you want, take it back. Wait for the perfect time, then attack. Do what you
This show is a member of the Sorgatron Media Podcast Network. Find out more at sorgatronmedia.com.